everybody, and welcome once again to another inspiring sustainability talk, a space where we dive into real conversation about protecting our planet, living responsibly, and creating a better future for all of us. I'm your host, Zulpha, and I'm so excited to be the part of this talk today. How they do personally to avoid waste as well as the energy use. Welcome.
Okay, I will respond to the fourth question, which asks about how do I personally reduce waste and energy use. So at personal level, how I reduce waste is by saying no to single-use item. Like I use reusable water bottle, shopping bags, or utensils. Avoid using plastics, which I have to dispose immediately after using. I also avoid overpackaged products. I use products which have minimal and recyclable packaging. Yes, I also use compost organic waste. For example, I turn food scraps and garden waste into nutrient compost instead of sending it into the landfill. I also buy less and choose wisely. I don't have to do a lot of shopping, especially for things that I do not use. I avoid overconsumption. I just buy things which I really need to use and avoid those I don't need to use. Also, if I have excessive stuff, maybe I have already bought a lot of stuff, I either donate or repurpose. So I can give my clothes, books, and electronics a second life by donating them or using them recreatively. Example, I can use maybe boxes to create a storage place where I can put my other stuff. Also, we have this principle which says you go paperless. I use digital receipts, bills, and documents instead of having to write or print stuff on a paper. How I reduce energy use is I unplug devices when not in use. Example, maybe I'm charging my phone and I'm no longer charging my phone. I just unplug my chargers or any appliances and switch off an energy use. Because chargers and appliances still use energy even when a switch is switched off. Also, we switched to LED bulbs, which they last longer and use up to 80% less energy than traditional bulbs. LED bulbs are these bulbs which we use mostly nowadays, which are whitish, I guess. Yeah, whitish, more than the other ones which are orange and they emit a lot of heat. I also use natural light and air. Example, maybe sometimes I feel very hot. I just open the curtains or the windows. I let the air come inside instead of having to switch on air conditioning or fans and all those kind of stuff. Also, I limit water heater use. I use cold or lukewarm water for laundry and quick showers to save both water and energy. I also turn off lights and electronics after using them. Yeah, maybe I have to go to the room to do something. I just turn off. I don't leave the lights, fans, and computers on before leaving a room. Also, one major thing is I walk or I use a public transport. Others can choose maybe riding a bike or walking instead of having to buy a car, which the fuels leads to fuel consumption and carbon dioxide production. Yeah, that's it. I hope I've answered well.
Well, this is getting very excited. Now let's move forward and hear from another person telling us.
As a young person, what do you think your generation can do different to protect the planet? Okay, thank you for your question. As a young person, I believe our generation has the power, creativity, tools, and all the things we need to protect our planet in various ways. We are growing up in a world where climate change and environmental issues are inevitable to prevent, and that makes us more aware and motivated to take action as a young person to protect our planet for the future. Here is what I can do simply. First thing is changing our lifestyle. We can choose sustainable lifestyles that can reduce waste, using less plastic, eating more plant-based food or organic food, and conserving the water energy by making sure that all the taps are closed after use, using less plastic or reusing the plastic materials, recycling them, eating more organic foods like vegetables, fruits, and they discourage the use of industrial food. Another thing is by using our technology that we have in a meaningful way. As we can see now, our world, or the current situation, everything is based on technology. Therefore, from what I think is we can create and promote innovations in different platforms.
Wow! What an amazing conversation. A huge thank you to all of our incredible girls for sharing such powerful, thoughtful, and inspiring insights. Each of you brought a very unique voice, and together you have reminded us that young people are not just the future, we are the present, and we have the power to lead change. To everyone watching or listening, take a moment to reflect. What can you do differently today to protect our planet? Remember, sustainability starts with small actions, and those actions start with us. This has been a Sustainability Talk with me, your host, Zulpha. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, keep the conversation going, stay inspired, and raise your voice for the earth. Ciao.